This is it. We are at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the 35th and final race of Season 1 of the SCRL Classic Busch Series. The 5 of Ty Dent will be leading us to the green flag, and making his return back is Kenyon Miller, who got hurt at Texas. We'll be starting second. Rest of the qualifying grid, all 42 entries. Coming into this race, we have 3 drivers who mathematically can win the championship. Nick Purcell's will be starting 15th. He is the points leader, has a 58-point lead over Scott Parsons, who will be starting 4th. And Bulldog 67 will be starting 37th, 140 points back. He has to do a lot to win the title, but it's not really possible. I mean, it's mathematically a possibility, but he's got to do a lot of stuff to win the title. So it should be an exciting event for the final race, and here's the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
35th race of the season. It was going to be 65, but I had to cut it down. Oh no, and their pole setter, Ty Dent. Oh God. Well, Ty Dent has stalled up, so that means a 51 of Michael Cates will be leading us to the green. Driving for Phoenix Racing. Oh, we got another car that's stalled. That's the 25 of John Ard. So we got 2 cars. Not good. Not good for the final race of the season. So the inside lane will move up some. Final race of the season. After this, we'll have the Cup finale at Homestead as well. And then we'll move on to bigger and better series. And I can clearly say right now, there will never be another time where I do 3 series at one time. This has been long, exhausting, but very fun. Pace cars in for the final time, and there's the green flag. We're racing at Homestead. 51 leads him across the line. Michael Cates leads him into turn 2. Heading down the backstretch for the first time. Everybody seems to make it through. Here comes a 0 of Holding Glove. Drives it way in. And will take over the race lead. And Holding Glove will lead the first lap. Get 5 bonus points. Holding Glove has won a race, won at Watkins Glen. And there's Nick Purcell's right there. And that 16 car trying to move up. Doing everything in his power to keep ahead of Scott Parsons and Bulldog 67. Nick Purcell's going into second place. I think we got a wreck. Yes, we do. Let's see, Zachary Fitzwater, Rocco Timon, Jake Ferguson, Bulldog 67. Not good for his championship hopes. The 48, the 7. Are you racing it back? No, we're not. Okay, good. And the 20 of Richard Kennedy is blowing up. Not good. So the 0 of Holding Glove is your race leader. We'll take a look at the first caution of the night. So what was the cause of the caution? The 20 of Richard Kennedy, while running in 15th at the time, blows up. Going into turn 3. Goes up the track, gets hit by the... Who is that? 19 of Adam Kirkland. Several cars make it through. There goes the 48, the 98, the 86, and the 02 got some damage. And then Richard Kennedy gets spun out by the 12. And there they go. The 7 gets involved. Well, 67 didn't really get no damage. Just stopped. Let's see these cars. Apparently there was oil on the track. Let's see what happened with Jake Ferguson. Driver's just trying to avoid, runs right into the back of the 02. Then Fitzwater, nowhere to go. Back down in the Avery Pedro. Then back across the track. We're in front of Rocco Timon and the 48 of Grayson Ace Vidu. And they just start wrecking. So we had a 6, 7 car wreck. Yeah, not a lot of cars had damage, but yeah, not a good way to start off the night. Back to the restart now. We are about to restart this race. The 5 of Ty Dent is 2 laps down, but back out on the track. The 20 of Richard Kennedy broke a camshaft. That's why he's out of the race. And the 25 of John Ard did not cross the finish line, so will not receive any points. So, sadly, John Ard, you will not race in this event. I mean, you showed up, but you get no points because you finished across the line. So, you had a short season, but hopefully you come back and have more success in another series if you ever sign up again, which you should because this series is awesome. Cheap plug. And we got a car down low for some reason. That's the 07 of Treadle, the all-time race winner in this league. Heading to pit road. The 0 of Holding Glove will lead him slowly. And there it is. We're back to racing at Homestead. And Nick Purcell wants to go. Has to do everything in his power to stay ahead of the 10 car. Holding Glove loses the lead to Roman Rehal. Roman is a former winner. Won in Mexico City. Purcell's trying to go for the lead. This is not what Scott Parsons needs. Drag race. Roman Rehal led that lap. That is what Scott Parsons wants. Speaking of Parsons, he's going for the lead. 4 wide for the lead. Purcell's is trapped up high, not where you want, because the low lane is where you want to be at Homestead. Scott Parsons, there we go. Need HPK to the race lead, but Scott Parsons with the middle lane. And Parsons will lead a lap. That's 5 bonus points for him. Nick Purcell's getting forced up high back there. Here comes the 96 of Ronnie Ace Vidu. And to turn 3. Here comes Holding Glove again. Doing very well in that unsponsored number 0 car. Which is amazing. Can't find a sponsor. Has won a race. Has proven that he's a great race car driver. Here comes the 5 of Ty Dent. But the 5 is 2 laps down, but wants to get one of his laps back. There's Kenny Miller making his first start ever since getting injured at Texas in that hard, vicious crash. And the 91 will lead a lap. Boy, that would be a comeback, wouldn't it? Missed 2 races and won a race. Here comes the 44 of Robert Hilton. Whoops. There we go. Random lag there. Robert Hilton dives it into turn 3 and takes the lead. 3 wide for 3rd. Robert Hilton will lead a lap in the unsponsored 44 Chevrolet. Very competitive racing. Let's see where our championship guys are. Nick Purcell's is all the way back to 30th. Scott Parsons back to 34th. That'll hand the title to Purcell's, I believe. Maybe. Whoa. Robert Hilton leads another lap. Umbreon takes 3rd in that 40 Dodge. Paul Lambert and the 60 cars moved up to 2nd place, driving for Rouse Racing. Picked up his first win at Atlanta. Looking for win number 2. Dives it down low into turn 4. It's a drag race, but the 44 will win the race, if that was the last lap. Paul Lambert Drives it into turn 1 and into turn 2. Takes the race lead. Umbreon is caught up and dives it down the backstretch to the low lane, being helped by the 30 of Brian Fox. Here comes Brian Fox, driving that Mike's Hard Lemonade Chevrolet. But Fox will not lead that lap. But we'll slide right up in front of Robert Hilton. And we'll try and go after Umbreon. Fox got pushed to the high side. Nope. He goes back down the block. Nope. Not enough room. Robert Hilton will try and take over second place. Umbreon remains your race leader. She has won before. She won at Chicagoland. Looking for win number 2 in this series. Aurea Centaur in the 3 car with a new paint scheme this week. Navilla Wafers. Here comes the 9 of TJ Dent for second. And there she is, Cackle White Lion, the Truck Series champion. Won't be able to win the title in this series, but might be able to get a win. If she does, it'll be win number 2. And we'll get the 10 lap to go signal this time by. 10 laps to go in this season. Let's see where our championship contenders are at. Nick Purcell's is in 29th. Scott Parsons is in 35th. There's Parsons running in the back. And Nick Purcell's is right there. Moving up slowly. Bulldog 67 is in front of these two, but he's got to be like in first or second to win, I believe. Back up front, nothing's really happening. Well, not really, because it's not really. White Line is caught. Umbreon. White Line, the dominator in the trucks, has only won 1 time in this Busch series. That being at Dover. And she will lead that lap. There's that 5 car of Ty Dent once again. Ty Dent 2 laps down. Was going to lead the race to the green flag, but he had a left front tire go flat on that car, and he stalled up on the start. Has never been able to recover, of course. White Line maintains her race lead. Driving for Joe Gibbs Racing in that 18 Pontiac MBNA America. Paul Lambert's trying to go for second. Well, actually, he is in second, trying to get around lap traffic. Whoa. This is getting intense. And we are catching lap traffic. Adam Kirkland in the 19 car is in turn 3. They are in turn 2 now. Oh boy. White Line maintains her race lead. Brian Fox is trying to catch up in that 30 car. At this point, if a caution comes out, the race will end under caution. So you got to get as many spots as you possibly can get. I probably just jinxed it too, didn't I? Brian Fox dives it into turn 3. He wants the lead. That's what he's got to do. New leader Brian Fox in the 30 car. Here comes the 9 of TJ Denton again. Now here lap traffic. There he is. Turn 3. They're on the back stretch. TJ Dent slides it up the track. Here comes the 66, a clean glove. But TJ will lead that lap. Clean glove has yet to win a race in the Busch Series. Driving a very patriotic paint scheme since it's a nice night race. Clean glove should have the preferred line going into 3, and he does. Slides up a little bit, that's alright. And turn 4. Next time by, we'll get the white flag. Can we make it back? Will we catch Adam Kirkland? Here comes John Copeland. And his Chevrolet, Dr. Pepper. Dives it into turn 3. Slides up the track a little bit. That's alright. Out the final turn. White flag. 1 lap to go. We will end this race under green, but who will get the win? Who will win the championship? Is John Copeland a sitting duck? Here comes Clean Glove. Down the backstretch for the final time this season. Clean Glove dives it in 3. Slides up the track a little bit. I think he's got it. Off the final turn, Clean Glove will get first career win at Homestead. And where did our championship contenders finish? Nick Purcell's 19th, Scott Parsons 31st. I think that wrapped up the title for Purcell's. Here are your race results. Clean Glove scores the win. Second is John Copeland. Third is Cackle White Lion. Fourth is Abby Collins. Fifth is Brian Fox. Sixth is Matt Johnson. Seventh is Orius Centaur. Eighth is Neil HBK. Ninth is Paul Lambert. And 10th is Ronnie Ace Voodoo. Bulldog 67 finished 13th, the highest of our championship contenders. Nick Purcell's finished 19th. And Scott Parsons all the way back to 31st. We had 38 drivers finish the race on the lead lap. We had 2 that were 1 or more laps down. Richard Kennedy finished 41st. Broke a camshaft, and of course John Ard, finished 42nd after he did not start the race. So I believe Nick Purcell's is your champion for Season 1 of the Classic Series. So we'll go to Victory Lane with Clean Glove, and we'll find out for sure. Here are the standings after the final race at Homestead, which I'm pretty sure you probably can't see the standings because score 4 is messed up when Brandy Kim does this, so I got to find a way to fix this. But Nick Purcell's is officially your Season 1 SCRL Classic Busch Series champion, winning the title by 89 points over Scott Parsons. Nick Purcell's had 1 win. Scott Parsons had 0. But Purcell's was more consistent and won the title barely. Bulldog 67 hung on for 3rd, had 2 wins. 4th was Orius Centaur, 1 win. 5th, John Copeland, 2 wins. 6th, Cackle White Line, 1 win. Jesse Turner finished 7th, no wins. A very hard season for him, but he had a lot of success. He had 5 top 5s and 10 top 10s, so finished in the top 10 in points. New HBK finished 8th, no wins. Adam Kirkland finished 9th, 1 win. 10th, Roman Rehal, 1 win. Zachary Fitzwater, 11th, no wins. 12th, TJ Dent, 0 wins. Chuttle, 1 win, finished 13th. Ty Dent, 14th spot. Avery Pedro, 1 win, 15th. 16th, Alex Pedro, no wins. 17th, Matt Dalio, no wins. 18th, Sebastian Torres, 2 wins. Gained a spot past Umbreon for 19th. 20th, Ben Braley. Ding Jinger finished 21st in points. 22nd, Paul Lambert, 1 win. 23rd, Eddie Braley Jr., 1 win. 24th, Matt Johnson, 0 wins. Noah Collins, 3 wins, 25th spot. So if Noah Collins had probably joined at the start of the season, Noah Collins might have won the championship. Rest of the standings, yeah. Skip this because this doesn't matter. Starts, of course, it's always the same. Most wins, of course, not a surprise, Noah Collins with 3. And Bulldog 67, Don Miller, John Copeland, and Sebastian Torres all had 2. Most top 5s, Scott Parson with 10. Cackle White Lion, Matt Delio, and Noah Collins all had 7. Nick Purcell's, our champion, had only 6. Most top 10s, Nick Purcell's and Scott Parsons both had 15. Bulldog 67 had 12. John Copeland 11. Adam Kirkland 10. Most polls, that doesn't really matter because it's at random. Most laps led, Ronnie Ace Vidu with the most with 67. So that's a little bonus for him. Cackle White Lion 60 laps led, 1 behind. Third Umbreon 59. So the first 3 were within 3 laps led. Ty Dent had 49, and Avery Pedro had 38. Most miles complete, our champion, Nick Purcell's, with the most, 1,261. Second is Bulldog 67 with 1,215. Third, Scott Parsons, 1,193. Fourth was John Copeland, 1,186. And fifth, Jesse Turner, 1,177. Now for the general stats. Our fastest average was, of course, Talladega, 190.493, won by Umbreon. Our slowest, Bristol. Yes, because we all know Bristol is a wreck fest, won by Kyle Thomas. Our biggest margin of victory. Is it really biggest margin of victory? Because it was a caution. Whatever. Road America. Our closest was Richmond. Yeah, that was we had a photo finish on that one. Fastest pole doesn't really matter because it's random. Same with slowest pole. Most lead changes, Lowe's Motor Speedway, 29. Most leaders, of course, once again, Lowe's Motor Speedway, 27. Most yellows, Bristol Motor Speedway with 9. Most cars running, Lowe's, 42 cars running. Most DNFs, Bristol with 31 cars knocked out of the race. And that will complete Season 1 of the SCRL Classic Busch Series. A fun, exciting season, and we finally have our champion. Nick Purcell's is the Season 1 SCRL Classic Busch Series champion, and we'll see you in the next series.